The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to The Absurd, a podcast about things absurd. Absurd histories and mysteries and, strange things going on. We got stories that are funny, freaky, sometimes even frightening. Hey, Mel?
Yeah.
That's Mel.
That's Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Really?
Yeah,
You just had a massage.
I did.
Did you like it?
Well, it's not like a feel-good massage.
I
mean, it is. Like, it hurts so good, that kind
What
of
are you?
massage.
Whoa! We're gonna get sued now by John Cougar Mellencamp.
What? Oh, it hurts so good?
There you go.
Well, it does.
Yeah, I know. You're well.
I'm well, finally.
But you're
Finally.
Your triple pneumonia, Ebola hybrid.
All the things that I had, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You sound better.
Well, thank you. It's
Oh,
finally
you're
worked
welcome.
its way through my system.
Right.
No
Yeah.
more, please.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
Viruses is gonna virus.
Well, it's true.
You know.
Yeah?
I wonder if anybody's ever said that before.
The virus is going to virus?
Yeah. That's what they do. That's what they're all about.
All about.
So welcome everyone. Welcome back to the show. Talk briefly. Your weekend, you didn't have a whole lot on, did you?
No, not really.
All right. Eh?
I went out Saturday night.
Rural Roots?
No.
Oh, do
No,
tell.
went to an escape room.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Went to Beer Town
Oh, yeah.
and then came back to my place, some friends, and had some drinks. And then I was not in the greatest of shape the next day.
Did you eat at Beer Town?
I did.
What'd you have?
I had the ultimate mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah, it is pretty solid. Yeah, it's good.
So good.
Full of chicken and bacon,
Yeah.
all manner of things. It is quite delicious. I had it last time I was there. It's too bad they got rid of their cheddar beer soup. My God, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that soup? The cheddar beer soup at Beer Town?
No.
Oh, dude. I was so sad when they got rid of it. It was delicious.
Their spinach dip is really good,
It
too.
is. Agreed. Yeah, I've had it.
We had that for an appetizer, and
You get the pretzel-y bits and the
Yeah.
tortilla bits.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's uptown.
Delish.
Literally, it's uptown.
It's uptown.
I went to Duke of Wellington Friday night to see my friends Howie and Dana play, and I highly recommend seeing them wherever you can. Went with my friend Seb, and then I got tatty fritters.
Yes.
Ever had them?
Yes.
They're obscene, eh? Like
They
there's
are.
no way you could finish them.
They're so good, though.
And they're $15. And I put my friend onto them. I'm like, try one. He's like, holy Christ, these are amazing. I'm like, I know. And I ate the rest for lunch the next day because Rod was a little bit hung on Saturday.
Yeah.
He was drinking some 6.5% beer. Friday night, several of them. I rented some friends I hadn't seen for a long time. So Sabby booked her on home, and I stayed around till the end of the show.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. But I went out Saturday then to Stryker's, home of amazing chicken wings. I didn't have one drink because I wasn't feeling it.
No, probably not.
Not feeling it.
No.
You know, and I'm not drinking just cause. If I'm not feeling it, it's not happening.
No, exactly.
Simple as.
Yeah. No, I haven't had. Now, I know it's only Tuesday, but I haven't had a drink since Saturday.
Yeah, no,
'Cause it wasn't going to happen.
And I wasn't going to have one again till next Saturday. When I'm going out again to Stryker's, amazing wings. And home of the amazingly charming and beautiful Carmen. She is awesome. Anyway, but if we go out after this, I might be inclined to have a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
See whether the wind blows me
See which way.
or how. Yeah. Yeah. So not much new. Not much new otherwise, I'm afraid. And you?
No. Gearing up for this weekend. It's a big weekend in Elmira.
Oh, God.
Where you become a prisoner in your own town.
Thank God I don't live there anymore.
It's the Maple Syrup Festival in Elmira, if anyone is interested in going.
It is.
It's going to be a nice day. It's
Is
going to
it?
be so busy that I will probably avoid it at all costs.
Is it going to be a nice day?
It's supposed to be.
Really?
Last time I looked.
Well, we'll see. Because tomorrow and Thursday are sucky.
Yes, they certainly are.
Rain, freezing rain, and snow.
Yeah. Great. Good stuff.
But it's weird. I was riding the elevator down with this older woman, but not much older, and she's like English. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how does it work again? Is it march that we say, in like a lion, out like a lamb? That expression?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of how it went, but I think it kind of went out as like a sick lamb.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that awesome yesterday,
no.
was it? It's kind of nippy. Yeah, it was chilly. It wasn't, but it was gray.
It was warm in the morning.
Was it?
Because when I got up to go to the gym at a god-awful hour, it was 13 degrees.
How'd you go to the gym at?
I leave my house at 5:25.
You must be high.
No.
Yeah, no. Sapfest, you got a bunch of things on this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're doing something Saturday.
Yeah, we're
Do
going
you want
to
to
go.
tell the
Yes.
folks about it?
There's a trade show at Bigamans called Pages and Pleasures. If you enjoy, air quotes, romance books, you want to go. It's going to be geared towards that. There's going to be local authors, lots of Canadian authors there signing books, and there'll be lots of books to buy. There's also other local vendors around selling their things of the toy area.
Oh, like Tonka and Fisher Price and such. I love Tonka toys.
Yes.
They have
that
Lego,
might be something different than what you're thinking about, though.
Oh, well, we'll look forward to it. Yeah.
And a friend of mine is going to be there. She has a table.
Oh.
And her table is called Cardinal Creations.
I like it.
So she makes a lot of really cool homemade items that she's putting a little bit of a swing onto it, if you know what I mean.
No, but I'm intrigued.
And it's going to be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to it. So we're going to go and we'll get some videos and pictures, and we'll do something fun.
I'm utterly indifferent when it comes to romance literature. I'm not against it, whatever, dude. But no interest. But I am going basically to get material. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just why not, man?
Yeah.
Life is for living, so experience in all its little myriad ways. Mm-hmm. Like don't set yourself on fire. Well, you do you.
Yeah,
but,
you do what you want.
But don't be too close-minded.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be fun, though. It'll be interesting having you there, just from a male perspective, because I feel like it will be very female-dominated.
Well,
I'm sure there's a book for that, too, Rod.
Are there drinks there?
Yes.
Like drinks?
Drinks.
Is there?
And it's a free event, also.
Drinks aren't free, though.
Drinks are not free.
No, that's fair. Yeah. I might have a couple.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be... I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, do you know what time it starts at? Like, so if the peoples want to go.
Yeah, so it's this Saturday, which is April the 5th.
Sure is.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
From 11 to 4.
11 to 4, eh?
Yes. And it's free to attend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I said that already. But
you did,
yeah.
But couldn't hurt to say again.
Yeah, it's free. Did I say
Don't
it's
say
free?
It again. Yeah, so Bingham's on Bingham Center Drive.
Sure.
Oh, it is. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm not sure which little hall it's going to be in, but...
Well, they're all kind of in the same location.
It is, yeah.
Is there still a Boston Pizza there?
There is.
Yeah, I hate Boston Pizza. Anyway. Oh, dear. I think they suck. Why would you be from... I think the owner of that's from, like, Calgary. Why would you name it Boston Pizza? A, there is no such thing as Boston-style pizza, to my knowledge. Why wouldn't you name it after, like... I don't know. Calgary pizza.
I'm trying to remember the reason why, actually, because he was on Dragon's Den.
Oh, really?
Jim blah, 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 Trevelli or something like that.
Oh, that's got to be hard to spell.
And he had talked about why he called it Boston Pizza, but now I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't accept this argument.
Forget my comment.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. So you ready to begin?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
What you got for me?
I've got a story. You have young children.
I do.
They might be a little bit too old for this now, but at some point did they ever ask you to check in their room for monsters before they went to bed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind. It was more of a there's a noise in my room that's scaring me.
Right.
So.
And you would investigate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's kind of a trope, but it is a thing, where kids will say, like, can you check in the closet? Or open the closet so we can both see, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty common. Well, in this case, so it's not unusual, as according to Tom Jones anyway. Babysitter is taking care of a little girl, and the little girl said, like, can you check the closet? Like, I think there's a monster in here. Of course, babysitter checked the closet. And then the little girl said, I think there's a monster under the bed. And of course, babysitter gets down on her hands and knees, look under the bed, and while trying to show the child there was nothing under the bed, the female victim came face to face with a male suspect who was indeed hiding under the girl's bed.
Stop.
You stop. Now, how terrifying would that be?
Oh my goodness.
So this happened in Kansas in a place called Barton County. Bet you they grow a lot of corn there. An altercation then ensued with the babysitter, and one child was knocked over. The suspect fled and was found and arrested on the same block the next morning. On Tuesday, after leading deputies on a short foot chase, the 27-year-old, who once lived at the residence and had a protection from abuse order to stay away from the property, was booked into jail on requested charges of aggravated kidnapping, among other crimes. Other charges requested include aggravated burglary, aggravated battery, child endangerment, felony obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and violation of a protection from abuse order. This is what happens when you breach a probation or an order. They lob the book at you. Mm-hmm. And that's what they did here. Because he didn't kidnap the kid. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what his intentions were. I'd prefer not to know.
Yeah.
But he didn't kidnap them. Mm-hmm. But they're being charged with aggravated kidnapping. I don't really understand that personally. But obviously they chucked the whole library at him. Law enforcement was dispatched to the location just outside the city of Great Bend, where the babysitter told deputies she had been putting the child to bed when one complained about a monster. The suspect is being held in county jail on a $500,000 bond. That's $500,000 American dollars.
America.
So, yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh, my God. I know I wouldn't shit myself.
Well, yeah, and then this babysitter got into an altercation with him. Good on you. You know, good to go down swinging for one. Assuming she went down, maybe she kicked his ass.
Maybe.
Have you ever seen, this reminded me, have you ever seen the movie Idle Hands?
No.
It's not a super old movie, and it's kind of a horror comedy. I don't know who the main actor is, but Seth Green is in it. Do you know who I mean?
Yeah.
He's in it. It's the main character is so lazy, and all he does is smoke grass. And I don't remember how, but his hand becomes possessed by a demon. And he gets along fine with his parents. Everything's cool. And his parents are lying in bed, and they're chit-chatting, and they turn out the light. And written on the ceiling in, day glow paint is, "I'm under the bed." God, that's brilliant.
Oh.
Right? If you were going to do that to somebody as, a scary joke.
Yeah.
That's hardcore, dude.
Yeah, no.
You might get a beating out of that one.
Yeah, I'm glad I have a platform bed.
What does that mean? Like a canopy thing?
No, it's flat on the floor. There's no...
Oh, right. Right.
whatever I'm trying to say. There's no box spring or anything to hold the bed up. It's just
Gotcha.
on the floor.
So what if it said, I'm in the closet?
Okay.
No,
who am I kidding? I'd be terrified.
Of course you would be. Who the hell? I mean, you're first you'd be instantly terrified.
Yes, I
and
would
then
be.
the logical part of your brain would take over within seconds and go, okay, it's whomever I live here with.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? If you don't live with anybody, you're going to go back to freaked out.
Yep.
Right?
I scare very easily. I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Liam tries to get me almost daily.
Like scare, like startle easily?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very, very good to know.
Like Mark will scare me by just walking into the bedroom. I'll be working because my back's to the door.
Yeah.
And he'll come upstairs, but if I have something playing, music or whatever, right? I'm not hearing it, and I'm working, and then he'll just appear and start talking, and I just about jump out of my seat.
So he's not even trying to scare
He's
you?
not even trying.
Oh.
But Liam will creep in,
Yeah,
and then he'll just reach out and touch me ever so
Attaboy,
lightly. It's not
Liam.
even a boo.
Yeah.
It just, he'll gently touch my arm.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are going to get a punch one day.
That's awesome.
Unwillingly.
I used to do that to my mother. And she would you won't remember this show probably, but there was a show called Sanford and Son.
Yes.
And Red Fox was the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever things started getting a bit too much and he wanted to get out of a situation, he would hold his chest and say how he's having a heart attack and he's coming to meet his wife who's predeceased.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother would do that. She'd put her hand on her chest and, oh my God, don't do that. You're going to give me a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And the one time when I was a kid, we were out playing outside and I came in to use the washroom or whatever. And she had all the laundry gathered in a pile on the landing upstairs. So I buried myself in the pile of laundry. so that when she came out in to pick it up, I went, boo! She's like, someday I'm just going to die, and then what are you going to do?
Oh, my gosh.
I never thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this kind of stuff, like under the bed, no, that's offside.
No.
Even doing that as a joke, no.
I did it to my brother once.
What, hid under the bed?
I hid under the bed, and just as he was stepping up into his bed, I grabbed his ankle.
Nice one. How did that go? Did you freak out?
Oh, he freaked out.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was great.
That's awesome.
There's a 7-year difference, so I did a lot of awful things to him.
You're older?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you got for us? You got us a tale?
I do have a tale.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even really tell.
God.
Get it?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Did you have it cut off when you were a baby?
Yeah.
That actually happens.
What?
Babies born with small tails.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm absolutely serious.
And they stick them on the front, and
No,
that's how men are created?
dumbass. You wish you had one. We'll cover that tail thing later. Okay, go.
All right.
Well said.
A 66-year-old woman in Germany gave birth to her 10th child on March 19th.
Holy.
Yeah. Let me say that again. 66-year-old woman gave birth.
So she's going to be 80 when the kid starts high school.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a whole thing with that, but I'll read this and then we'll come back.
Sure.
Alexandria Hildebrandt, the mother, did not use fertility drugs and had no difficulty conceiving. The baby, a baby boy named Philip, was delivered through a cesarean section in Berlin. Hildebrandt says he weighs 7 pounds 13 ounces and was perfectly healthy.
Good weight.
Philip joins his siblings, the oldest being 46 and the youngest only 2.
Oh,
So
wow.
it wasn't just a oopsie. So the ages of all of her children,
Yeah.
46, 36. Then she must have got divorced or whatever,
Well, that's 10
remarried.
years right there, dude.
Yeah. 12-year-old, 2 12-year-olds.
Oh.
So they must be twins.
Presumably.
10, 8, 7, 4, and 2.
Good Lord.
And now the brand new baby. In an interview with a German newspaper, Hildebrandt shared that she doesn't smoke or drink and has never used contraceptives.
Clearly.
I eat very healthy, swim regularly for an hour, walk for 2 hours, she says. How do you have time for all that if you've got 10 children and 8 of them are like under 10?
Well, okay, so... yeah, right, eh?
The biological likelihood of 66-year-old conceiving without medical intervention is incredibly low.
Yeah.
It's also dangerous for the individual carrying the baby. The risks include elevated rates of hypertension, gestational diabetes, and preterm labor. Additionally, the risk for chromosomal abnormalities such as Down syndrome increases significantly with age. It's possible she hasn't reached menopause if she has polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS.
Cool.
It's a hormonal disorder that affects your ovaries. In 2023, there was a 70-year-old, I'm going to try and do this one, Safina Napukamwaya.
God, I like it. Well done.
Welcomed twins, a boy and a girl, in Uganda. To conceive, that one she turned to in vitro fertilization.
Why? Okay.
With donor eggs and her husband's sperm.
Why would you... I don't get it.
That, to me, that last part is kind of selfish. I don't like that. Because you're 70. You could die at 73. And now your kid has no parent, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole thing is just a little... It's fascinating.
It
but
is, but why?
But why? Like...
I'd be curious to know, like, okay, I'm going to go on a limb and say that the older children this German woman had were with maybe one or more previous husbands. Not necessarily husbands. Not judging.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not judging.
Yeah.
And maybe the younger ones are with the same dude because they're all pretty close together.
Yeah.
But what would make you think, okay, I'm 66, right?
Yeah.
We should have another child.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
You've got a 2-year-old. Like, I guess maybe some people, particularly women, like really like being a mother.
Yep.
And really like when they're little kids.
Yep.
So, whatever. But I mean, at a point, you got to say, you know what, man? Like, I don't know if I'm up for this. I mean, she had a C-section, which I can't really blame her on that one, I suppose.
Yeah.
But even at that age, like... at the age of 10, that new kid, the new kid, the most recent one could be an orphan, or at least without a mother.
Yeah, very easily. Yeah. And
like I said, so they're gonna start driving when she's like 82, 83. Mom, can I borrow the car? Oh, don't you remember we sold it because I can't drive anymore?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, dude.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable with it. I know you hear stories about like older men being with younger women and having kids. Okay, fine, but at least mom's still going to be around for what you would think. That mom would be around for most of that kid's life.
Right.
So it will always have a parent. And
let's be like, the fact is, like, there's way too many men who don't do their share of parenting.
Sure.
There's too many men that piss off completely and just, leave the child with the mother and have no input, whatever. I gravely dislike all of those.
Same.
But at the end of the day, it is a fact of reality that creating a child is infinitely easier on the man than it is on the woman.
Sure.
We don't have to carry it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're young and in great shape, you're going to have tearing if you have it natural, right? A C-section, anytime you're going under, even not all the way under, but there's risk.
Absolutely.
So, and I have to imagine that increases significantly the older you get.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just surprised that, not to be blunt, but that a 66-year-old has any eggs kicking around still.
I know. That's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I'm 35. Like, I would...
Sorry.
I mean,
35 what?
Plus the few.
Oh, okay.
And,
you meant your age. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't want to have any more children.
Oh, I got it, man.
I'm good. I can't even fathom that now.
But do you know what? Okay, so I read the other day. I think I knew this that all like girls, they've got their set number of eggs from day one.
Yes,
Right?
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
I knew that. But the
Just mind blowing.
the number they have is incredible. Because I mean, okay, if you figure like roughly every 28 days, right?
Yep.
That's like 13 a year. Okay. Times, I don't know, let's say like 40 years. Right? So, what did I say? 13? So that's 520 eggs. But they're born with thousands. Where do the other ones go?
Well, you don't. Oh, it's not only one per month, though.
Oh, right.
You're going to have more than that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it was a lot. Like, it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much it was. I almost want to say like 3 million.
Yeah,
But-
it is something crazy like that.
Yeah. Wow. Too bad you can't sell them to the Americans.
Yeah.
These eggs are really expensive there now.
Yes.
By the way, I'm paying $2.70 a dozen. Farm fresh. Yeah, so that's crazy times. Those
Yes.
Germans, eh?
Those Germans.
They love babies. Yeah, I've got another story.
All right. Give it to me.
What? There's a lot of. I guess this is strictly speaking. I just whistled. Strictly speaking, I guess this is a virus. Is it a virus? Yeah. And there's some scary ass viruses out there,
There are.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, unless you can think of an answer, what virus, what disease scares you the most? Do you have anything that you can think of without, labor?
Like, are you talking like cancer?
Take your pick, man.
Yeah, cancer does. Only for me, it's because it's in my family. It's
sure,
a big,
sure.
big thing in my family. So
Yeah.
that one, or any sort of heart disease, like
Yep.
my heart just automatically stopping.
Whoa.
Right?
I hope it doesn't do that during the show.
Yeah, that would be really awkward. And
Well, there's a number. Obviously, cancer. I mean, who isn't afraid of that, right? But for me, it's rabies.
yeah, that's a bad one.
It's
That's a bad one.
Terrifying. Because by the time you have any symptoms, it's too late.
Yeah.
No matter how minor the symptoms.
Yeah.
If you're really lucky, you'll be close enough to a hospital that they can put you into a coma and ease your suffering. That's it. But you can avoid it, obviously. If you see like a raccoon that seems really weird, don't go up and pet it. You shouldn't really pet a raccoon anytime, to be honest. They're pretty feisty.
Yeah.
Or coyotes, or foxes, or bats. Strangely enough, cows carry rabies. Yeah. But bats, I don't know about you, but I've certainly had a bat in my place, not here.
God.
But if you do, you are advised to go to the hospital to get a rabies vaccine. Because you can be bitten by a bat and not even know.
Yeah.
It's like a mosquito bite.
Well, I told you that happened to my parents, right?
Yeah.
Mom woke up in the middle of the night and saw something on the window, and she's like, "What in the world's on the window?" And then she realized it was a bat, and then she realized it was inside.
Did she get a rabies vaccine?
I think so.
Good
I don't
move.
remember what they did exactly, but I remember them having someone come get rid of it,
Right.
and they went to the doctor right away to do the tests and whatever they had to do to.
Yeah, because you can take the bat and they can do like an autopsy, if you will.
Yeah.
Like a forensic study to determine whether or not it has rabies. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's like the olden days where you get the shots in the stomach,
Right.
which probably sucks, but not near as badly as rabies.
Yeah.
And rabies, the symptoms could usually present in a few days or a couple of weeks, but sometimes it can be years. That sucks.
Yes.
Anyway, this story I'm going to tell you about brings in a new dimension to rabies
Okay.
that I didn't even know about. So this is in Lucas County, which is near Toledo, Ohio. So just south of Detroit, yeah? A person died from rabies after receiving a transplanted organ in
Oh,
Lucas
God.
County.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm leaving.
No, you're not. You're sitting right there. The recipient, who had undergone a kidney transplant in December, contracted the viral disease through the donated organ, according to the Toledo-Lucas County Health Organization. As the recipient was from Michigan, Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services worked with the Ohio Department of Health to investigate the case. It marks the first human case of rabies in Michigan since 2009. No additional individuals are at risk of rabies exposure, according to the CDC. Kara Steele, a representative from Life Connection of Ohio, could not comment on the specific case, but explained that a donor risk assessment interview is conducted before any organ donation. The identities of both the recipient and the donor have not been released. The facility where the transplant took place has also not been disclosed. However, according to the University of Toledo Medical Center's website, it is the only organ transplant center in Northwest Ohio. So the safe money says that's where it happened. Fewer than 10 people in the United States die from rabies each year, according to the CDC. So I mentioned at the beginning that symptoms can present themselves usually in days, maybe a couple of weeks, but on rare occasions, years. This has to be closer to the latter. Because, like, was this dude, like, getting his kidney removed and, oh, shit, there's a bat in the OR. Oh, no. Oh, it bit him. Don't worry about it. He's fine. He's going to die anyway.
He's going to die,
Let's take his kidney out. So, I'm going to follow up with this. I'm going to watch this story.
Yeah.
To see, like, how did this dude, how did the donor, how did they contract rabies and when? Like, that sucks, man. So you need a kidney, right? You're on the donor list. Who knows for how long? You're taking dialysis. It sucks. And then they're like, hey, good news, man. We found a kidney for you. And you're like, oh, sweet. And then you go in and you get fucking rabies from it. Oh, man.
Awful.
Yeah. That's a tough deal, man.
Because it's not a pleasant death either, is it?
Oh, God, no. No. I've actually watched a couple of videos, and one was of a girl in India, like probably 9 or 10, who had rabies and was symptomatic. It was just a question of when. And you get what's called hydrophobia, which is fear of water. I don't mean fear of like, oh my God, get me away from the lake. You will be just dying of thirst. And if somebody hands you a glass of water, you will be terrified of it.
Really?
Yep. You will not come into contact with it, but you need to desperately. You're so thirsty. It's an insidious disease.
Wow.
There is a treatment. Oh, God, I'm not going to remember the name of it exactly, but it's like the Minnesota Protocol or something like that. And it does involve like heavy anti-vaccine medications and putting you in a coma. But the survival rate of that is like just over 1%. And there's only ever been one person for whom it was successful.
Wow.
That's it. Because by the time you realize you've got it, it's too late.
Yeah.
You know, you can do whatever you want. It's not happening. So, yeah, man, I don't want rabies.
Excellent.
I avoid rabies. Rabies babies.
Rabies babies?
Yeah, I hope babies aren't rabid. Oh, that's terrifying.
There's a movie.
Is there really?
No, I said there is, like, I'm saying there's a movie to make.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Maybe
Rabies babies.
Maybe I'll do that this weekend.
Yeah. Independent film.
Oh, it obviously
Rabies
have to
babies.
be. Unless I can get somebody to give me a lot of money to make it, and then I'll just book. You got a story for us?
Yeah, I got another one.
What's it about?
Well, it's April Fool's today.
Well, it was.
Well,
It only goes till lunchtime. People who do
right.
jokes afternoon are dicks and not allowed to do it. Breaking the rules.
Well,
But
I'm
you're
gonna
right,
break
it
the
is
rule.
April Fool's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
do you know the game Wordle? You know the game Wordle.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Wordle, and it's they use outlines of like countries or territories,
Okay.
and you have to name it. And so,
Okay.
like, let's supposing the outline is France, and you guess, I don't know, Poland. it will tell you that the correct answer is to the southwest and X number of kilometers away.
Okay.
All right. So today I open it because I play with a couple of people online. Like, we compare our scores at the end of the day. I open it up and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like the Roman Empire. That's literally what it was. It's all the area surrounding the Mediterranean and up to England and so forth. But it won't let you enter in that answer. There's no selection for that answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I forgot it was April Fool's.
Uh-huh.
And then I went back later. No, I said to my friend who I'm competing against, I'm like, let's just not even count that score today because I think they screwed up. Because it's definitely the Roman Empire, but I can't enter it. And she goes, well, I didn't get it. She goes, but you're right. It is Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to the game, and now you could enter it.
Okay.
So the first time you went, they wouldn't let you enter. You had to exit the game and go back in. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's April Fool's.
Fucking with you.
Big time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
well, I like it.
Thanks. Give us a story, eh?
I saw a post on Facebook today. It's one Canadian Facebook page I follow, and they did a April Fool's joke about draining the Niagara Falls for spring cleanup.
That'd be cool.
And there was people that were like, "What? That actually happened?" I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Well, it has been done, but yeah, it would spring cleanup. Hey, dude, I found your shoe.
Yeah. Get all the coins out of the bottom of the Niagara Falls. What?
Actually, there's a lot of stuff in the river, eh?
I'm sure there is.
Like,
There's things we don't want to know about, I'm sure.
really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. That's what I said.
Like old
Things we
shopping
don't know.
carts?
Yeah.
Airplanes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I'm
Okay.
gonna think about that while
Are
you
you
read
now?
your story. 'Cause
Okay.
It's scary, but awesome. Niagara Falls scares me.
This is about an April Fool's joke from 1957.
Cool.
The BBC stunned the nation with a prank that redefined April Fool's mischief. Picture this.
Okay.
A picturesque family in the Swiss countryside delicately plucking strands of spaghetti from a tree.
What?
Absurd, right?
Oh,
This whimsical scene aired on the BBC's Panorama as a seemingly authentic report. Here's the twist. Spaghetti was a culinary mystery to Brits back then. So when they witnessed this spaghetti harvest, a light bulb went off. They could grow their own pasta. Soon after, the BBC found themselves inundated with queries.
That's right.
Queries. Ooh, I said that weird.
Queries or queries?
Soon after, the BBC found themselves inundated with queries from eager viewers waiting and wanting to cultivate their spaghetti trees. The 1957 spaghetti tree prank isn't just a joke. It's a slice of history that continues to remind us of the power of a well-played April Fool's gag.
Totally.
The man largely responsible for this hoax was Australian-born Panorama cameraman Charles de Jager. What a cool name.
It was cool, man.
He liked to play practical jokes. De Jager always dreamed of pulling off an April Fool's prank, and in 1957, fate smiled upon him. April Fool's Day coincided with Panorama's Monday broadcast, offering the perfect chance. The scene unfolded at a hotel in Castlegon, nestled along Lake Lugano's tranquil shores. De Jager's plan involved procuring 20 pounds of raw homemade spaghetti. He skillfully draped the strands over the branches of laurel trees encircling the lake, creating a captivating illusion of spaghetti trees.
Cool.
Managing uncooked spaghetti wasn't simple. To prevent it from drying out before filming, he stored it between damp cloths. So he put all these pieces of spaghetti in between cloths. So, got to save it. Adding to the spectacle, de Jager recruited local women adorned in Swiss national attire to playfully harvest the spaghetti, filling wicker baskets and strategically laying out the strands under the sun as if they were being dried. The hoax gained an air of authenticity with the involvement of the announcer Richard Dimbleby.
Ooh, I like that name.
Dimbleby is a respected veteran broadcaster and the BBC's war correspondent. He wasn't known for humor. Yet, with perfect seriousness, he continued the prank. Dimpleby's voice accompanied footage of joyous Swiss women delicately plucking pasta strands from the tree branches. The narrator also explained how each year at the end of March, it's a very anxious time for spaghetti harvesters over all of Europe, as severe frost can impair the flavor of the spaghetti.
It's true.
Although the farm was situated in Switzerland, an unexpected place for pasta to grow compared to its origins in Italy, the segment aired on April Fool's Day. Numerous individuals fell for the ruse. An estimated 8 million people watched the program, and hundreds reached out to BBC, marveling at the video and inquiring about obtaining their personal spaghetti tree to cultivate noodles at home. Playing along with the joke, the BBC humorously advised people to place a piece of spaghetti in a tin of tomato sauce and hope for the best as their official response.
Nice.
Even the BBC's Director General, Sir Ian Jacob, initially fell for the prank. He and his wife attempted to verify the information by consulting the Encyclopedia Britannica, only to find that the encyclopedia at the time didn't feature any mention of spaghetti, leading to a moment of realization.
Really? No spaghetti at all?
Nope.
Weird.
To defend the unsuspecting British viewers, it's important to highlight that spaghetti and pasta in general didn't gain popularity in the United Kingdom until much later in the 20th century. In those days, most people in the UK bought their spaghetti in tins from stores. Due to this common practice, there was limited knowledge about its production or origins, resulting in many great viewers being duped by the segment. Some heavily criticized the broadcasters for deceiving viewers, raising false expectations about cultivating spaghetti. David Wheeler, the program's producer, showed no remorse for his involvement in the spaghetti frenzy. During a 2004 interview with the BBC, he expressed, "I have no regrets about it at all." He defended the prank, stating, "I think it was a good idea for people to be aware they couldn't believe everything they saw on television," emphasizing the importance of adopting a slightly critical perspective towards televised content.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Could use some of that now.
Yes, we absolutely sure could. But, yeah, the pictures are really cool. We'll have to put some up.
Yeah. I want to see the spaghetti.
It looks real, right?
Yeah,
Air quotes, real. The way that they did it, you just see these strings of spaghetti and they're plucking them off. And
Because I knew of the existence of Jello trees. Like, I've known about them since the 70s.
yeah.
But I was not aware of spaghetti trees. I'd rather have spaghetti trees.
Yeah, yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the people who are like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." Lighten up.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
know.
harm?
It's because they fell for it. Now they feel like an idiot, and they're
Well,
like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that."
You don't need to feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
But you got duped. So what?
Yeah.
Big deal.
I think it was great.
I agree.
That was
like,
awesome.
they
I like a good prank.
So do I. You know, this isn't at the expense of anyone. Not
No,
really.
no one got hurt.
No, you're not. You're not denigrating anyone. You're not making fun of anyone.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to write in and say, "Hey, where did I get that spaghetti tree?" That's on you, brother or sister.
And whoever was selling spaghetti in tins at the time probably made a nice, pretty penny from
Well, they just mean like,
all the people running out to buy them.
yeah, like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
right?
Because they didn't know where it was from. Like, it wasn't a popular thing. So they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it does grow on trees.
Brits would call that foreign muck.
Foreign muck.
Like food that isn't, that's somehow not British. Like that, a certain kind of person would
Yeah,
refer to it as foreign muck. Which is odd because you know what the biggest, most popular takeout food in Britain is?
What?
Curry. Hands down.
For real.
Oh, heck yeah. By a long shot. I think even some of the dishes are British, not Indian. Because India was part of Britain forever.
Right.
To like the 1940s. So, yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like a good gag. And I'm looking forward to picking up some pictures of these spaghetti trees.
Yeah.
Especially in Switzerland. Swiss spaghetti.
Swiss spaghetti.
Mm-mm. Now I want spaghetti.
Do you?
I was hungry for spaghetti last night, too.
I have a weird aversion to spaghetti, and I think
Pourquoi?
it's because I was a little bit traumatized as a child.
Sorry, you were scared by spaghetti?
Not scared.
Okay.
I didn't like spaghetti growing up.
Okay.
I don't like tomato sauce. Even to this day,
Okay.
I'm not a big tomato sauce lover
Okay.
unless it's my own.
Okay.
And I remember going to a friend's house, and I was staying for dinner, and her mom made spaghetti.
Okay.
It was foul. I hated it.
How old would you have been?
I would have been, okay, this is when I lived in Nova Scotia, so I would have been about my son's age, so like 10, 10, 11.
Yeah.
And so I sit down to eat, and I told her, I'm like, I don't like it. Like, I don't want any. And her mom was a battle axe. And she's like, nope, you're going to eat it. I'm like, but I don't like it.
Right.
And she just kept pushing me to eat it. Right. So I took a bite and threw up all over the floor.
Go on.
No joke.
Wow, was it that bad?
Yeah.
Or do you think it was a protest vomit?
I mean, it could have been.
Right.
It could have been.
You make me eat one more fork. Every time I'm going to puke all over your table. Gross.
I just did not like it. And even now, if I have bad spaghetti sauce, like I like good homemade spaghetti sauce. Sure. But something from a can, I can't. I just can't do it.
Did you stay there after you threw up?
I don't remember what happened at that point, but I remembered that happening.
Are you still in touch with this friend?
No. This is also yeah. No.
Okay, well, there's going to be an explanation on that. Right, yeah, you don't get off that easy.
I ended up punching her in the face.
The mother?
The girl.
Oh.
The friend.
Yeah.
It was also a forced friendship. It was one of those,
what does that mean?
My parents were friends with her parents, and we were the same age, so they'd make us play together. And I told Mom, I'm like, I don't like her. She's mean to me at school.
Oh, well.
She's mean.
Glad you decked her.
Like, she was great when we were just the two of us, but I'm like, no, she's being mean.
What's her name? First name?
Lisa.
I like that name.
Oh, gross.
Why?
Stupid Lisa.
Wow.
So she wanted to hang out one day, or my mom was making us hang out one day. I'm like, yeah, sure. Bring her over. And she started to make fun of me, so I punched her in the face.
Yeah, well done you. What'd your mom say about that?
I got in trouble.
Yeah, well, that's fair. You should get in trouble.
Yeah. No, I should, but I felt so good
No, I got it.
I've only punched 2 people in my lifetime. And she was one of them, obviously. Yeah. And the other one was a dude.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he had it coming.
Yeah.
He's not from the Sioux.
No. No, he's not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
Anyways, that was a little segue.
But do you like Alfredo sauce?
I love Alfredo sauce.
Okay. So you're not adverse to the noodles
No.
spaghetti or whatever. It's it's a red sauce.
It was just, it was, anyways.
Oh, well said.
So whenever I see spaghetti now, it's what I think of, and I have a hard time eating spaghetti because I think of that moment.
Maybe you need to cut. Oh, never mind.
What?
I was going to say maybe you need to cut it smaller pieces.
I do.
You said you had a hard time eating it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that spaghetti story.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, you have anything you'd like to say to our lovely and adorable fans?
Yes. You guys should go check out our website.
Yes, you should.
At theabsurd.ca. Yeah. You'll find our links there to our socials and to where we have our podcast posted where you can listen to us. And we also Rod put up a video of our merch.
I did.
So check out that. Yeah, just like that, what
she
said.
said.
Yeah. Check that out.
So, yeah, it's pinned on Facebook. It's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram. It's one of the highlights on Instagram, too. If you can't find it, you should be able to see the little merch button there and check her out.
It's on Tickety Talk.
Yeah. We'll probably be placing an order soonish.
Yes, because
there's a bunch of people that want stuff.
It is very true.
Yay.
It is very true. And, yeah, I kind of think that's it.
Yeah.
You know? I'm pretty hungry. But I'm always hungry when we do this show because of the time we do it at.
Yeah, I know.
I did have really good wings on Saturday.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
From Strikers. Go to Strikers.
Where are we going? Pipers?
I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone, very big thank you for coming by and listening, and we greatly appreciate you tuning in and listening to our show.
Yeah.
And
if you want to come see us on Saturday, we'll be at the Pages and Pleasures.
What she said.
At Big Amends. We'll be wandering around causing a ruckus.
Yeah, she will be. I'll be holding her back. But
that's another book.
Do visit us and give us a share. Give us a review, 5 stars preferably. And absolutely, please tell other people you know about the show, and we would appreciate it.
Yes.
Wouldn't we, Mel?
We would.
We would. And we will.
And we will.
All right. Thanks again, everyone, and take care of yourselves and each other.
Bye.
Goodbye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mal. Music by Audionautics.com.